There have been protests and marches taking place for injustice throughout Detroit for the past 2 weeks. Well, today, the youth of the city say they have a voice. We've all heard of Detroit versus everybody. Well, a big event taking place this weekend will bear its brand, but the name has changed to reflect our new reality. One good thing about Michigan, and I'm sure a lot of kids would agree, is that sometimes schools have to close due to a snow day. On an ordinary Wednesday afternoon, this schoolyard would be filled with kids having recess, enjoying themselves. But we're certainly not living in ordinary times, and that can have a real impact on a child's mental health. Reporting from Detroit, April Morton, CW50 News at 10. No justice, no peace. As 15-year-old Grace sits in an Oakland County Juvenile Detention Center for violating her probation, fellow classmates from Groves High School stage a sit-in and protest in front of the Oakland County Courthouse demanding her release.
If she is 15 years old, it's no reason you should be treating a child or a teenager like she is a criminal.
Groves High School student and co-founder of Black Lives Matter in all capacities, Amma Russell, is referring to her classmate Grace. The teen has been locked up in Children's Village since May. Oakland County Judge Mary Ellen Brennan ordered her detainment, saying Grace was a threat to the community based on prior assault and theft charges. Grace was on probation for those charges when the judge says she violated probation by not completing her online schoolwork during the pandemic.
I didn't do my homework either. I'm not incarcerated. This could have easily been me.
And protesters say that this is a case of racial injustice, and had Grace been white, she would never be in this situation.
We do not treat Black girls with care and compassion, and that is a problem.
After a review of Grace's case on Monday, Judge Brennan ruled to have Grace remain at Children's Village, where she's currently in stage 2 of a 5-stage program. The program could take months to complete, and this group says they will continue to fight until Grace is home. Police Chief James Craig spoke out yesterday about an officer-involved shooting that took place here on the city's east side. Police tape marks an area where a suspect from a quadruple shooting lost his life Thursday after police say he had a gun in hand following a high-speed chase.
All 3 suspects exited the vehicle very quickly. All started to run. One suspect got out, and as he was being approached, he had a gun in his hand. And the officer, fearing for his safety, fired one time, striking the suspect.
Craig says his officers rendered first aid before the suspect was transported to the hospital, where he died from his wounds. Police were in pursuit of 3 suspects when they crashed here at Whittier and McKinney. Craig says they were wanted in connection with a shooting of 4 teenagers.
On Sunday the 19th, at 6:30, there was a block party in the area of Muse in McKinney where 4 teenagers were shot.
That shooting is a part of a string of shootings taking place throughout the city, and it was possibly gang-related.
The violence must stop. It must stop.
The officer involved in Thursday's shooting is on restrictive duties, and an investigation is ongoing. The teens that were shot at the block party on Sunday, 2 of them listed in critical condition and the other 2 listed in grave condition. On the city's east side, April Morton, CW50 News at 10. A memorial for Black Lives Lost, not in a cemetery or a park, but on the front lawn of John Thorne's West Side Detroit home.
What if we try to honor each and every one of the people that we can on our front lawn with the cross and have their name?
Thorne says what started as a conversation about all the recent police brutality and racial injustices with his 13-year-old son turned into a history lesson, and this memorial dedicated to 53 lives lost to violence.
As we were researching, we found 150 names from the civil rights movement coming forward. For me, the Black Lives Matter movement really started with Emmett Till. When his mother Mamie said, "No, I want the world to see what they did to my boy."
Thorne says from those fighting for our civil rights to those killed by police or murdered just simply because of the color of their skin, they all deserve to be remembered. Since creating the memorial last week, each crossed by hand with the help of friends and family. Thorne says they have received hundreds of visitors to his home on Birchcrest Drive, just off 7 Mile.
People have come to pray. People have come to cry. It's been an emotion for everyone.
There are also pamphlets put out here for visitors so they don't just see a name and a face, but they also have their stories.
Every one of them, they had families and they had life.